Okay, YouTubers, today we're working on this 2009 Sienna Toyota. It's a LE, and the issue this van's having is the heater. The customer wants to try flushing the heater core. He took it to the Honda dealer, and that's what they said it was, but that they don't do it there. So I don't know what the deal was on that. So he brought it to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, flush it, and see if we can get some heat out of it. Okay, I'm gonna start by taking this off so we can see better in there, have a better view. Okay, let's start disconnecting. These are already disconnected, so they helped me out there. Let's take this top one off, gentle, and then this one. Let's run it over here so it won't get in our way. It goes right here. You know what, I'm gonna take this one off completely and put it somewhere where it ain't gonna get lost, and it goes right in here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this hose out of here. Get that out of the way. This one's real flexible, so not too worried about this one. There's some that are real brittle. And I'm gonna disconnect this sensor connection. Wedge it back there somewhere. Get it out of my way. I got two 10mm screws. I'm gonna release them. They don't come out of the way. They just get loose. Okay. This will allow me to lift this up, but you know what? I'm gonna have to disconnect it from, let me see where I'm gonna do it from. Let me look in there. Okay, now we got that screw loose. Let me pop this hose from here. Got all kinds of feathers. And pull this back from the throttle body. Okay, now let's see if we can pull this out now. Okay, this hose is still hooked up on another clamp down there. Let me unhook it. And now this comes out. Air breather cover. Let me get a rag to put on that. I don't want nothing going in there. Okay, I didn't have a rag, so I just shoved some Walmart bag in there. That'll work as long as nothing gets in there. And here's the air filter. It's not, well, it is. It's got a lot of debris in there. I'll blow it out with compressed air. See how much junk we blow out of this. All right, in here is where the heater core is at. Right against the firewall. You can't really see. Let me see if I can get some light in there. Right there, those two hoses. These two are the heater core. So I'm gonna run a hose through there and flush it out. And we're looking at that right there. That's where we're at. Where the battery's at, straight back there. Sprayed it with a little lubricant so those clamps will loosen up easier. And this is good for rubber. It doesn't mess with plastic or rubber, so don't need to worry about anything there. All right, let's see how hard these clamps will be to come out. And then I think it'll be easier if I use the pliers on these. Let's try the pliers. Yeah, I think it'd be easier with these instead of trying to get that key. Oh, I'm getting a cramp there. Yeah, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, we gotta be careful here because this is all plastic. Try to push this back. I'll probably squirt some coolant. There we go. Let some coolant out of there. I should wear my rubber glovies. Okay, this hose right here, that's the inlet. And if you look at it on the heater core, it's the top one. That's where it goes in through. And that other hose is the outlet. This one is where it comes out through. So we're gonna flush it in through the inlet for a little bit, see what happens. Then we'll go backwards and flush it through the outlet and get all that gunk that's stuck in there. Let me grab that other one in there. That's in an awkward position, so let me see if I can grab it with this, and then we'll use the pliers. We'll just turn it this way where I can reach it with pliers. Yeah, there we go. All right, pliers. We don't have to get in y'all's way, guys. What I do is just push it back like I did the other one. There we go. Again, break it loose from here. Be careful. We're working with plastic here. There we go. Easy does it. There we go. Alright, now we have both of those loose, and that's what we're gonna flush with these two lines. These two lines are the battery fill in or flashlight fill in. These two lines are the ones we're gonna be using to flush the system out, or the heater core. Flushing your heater core isn't that bad. It's messy, and you just have to rig up a lot of hoses to make them fit your application, and then you run it through. And this is the setup I've got. I've been flushing with this a lot, and it works. It helps. Let's get back over here now. Try to get everything hooked up. Okay, let's run this one into the outlet one. You know, I'm gonna use one of them clamps with a screw on it so I can tighten it. Sure this is close tightly. And I put a clamp, as you see, to keep it in there. And this doesn't have to be super tight, guys. This isn't the permanent fix. You're not leaving that hose there forever. It's just to do the flush. So you're gonna leak water everywhere. I mean, it's gonna be water leaking everywhere. Okay, now I'm gonna attach the hose on this side that's gonna have the water hose to it, that's gonna be blowing water in there to flush that heater core out. Tighten that bad boy. Okay, we're about ready. I've got all the lines hooked up in there. Oops. And then the outlet comes out into this jar so we can see what comes out. And then that's the inlet that I'm gonna be flushing water with it. It's hooked up to a water hose. See how that works? Okay, I'm gonna go turn on the water. Here comes the water. Not too bad, that's just coolant. duct tape and these rubber gloves don't work too well together. Okay, there's really nothing in there. It's very little debris in there. Nothing major. Now we're gonna let it run into this bucket so it'll run for a while. Now I'll turn it off and on. All right, we've reversed the hoses and let's turn on the water. All right, we got some stuff in there, huh? And it's not uncommon to have stuff in there, you know. Debris gets in there, you know. That looks like part of a hose or something. Gasket, I don't know. Okay, let's try to find out what this stuff is. Looks like a O-ring, maybe from a thermostat change, and part of it stayed in there, or maybe even silicone from a thermostat change. Or okay, now I did this on both sides. I let it run for a few minutes, you know, make sure everything gets out of it. It's coming out clear, so if there was something stuck in there, it's not anymore. Nice and clean. All right, let's shut it off and put it back together. Okay, let's put everything back together. Let's go with that bottom hose first. Get in there. There we go. Let's get the top one in. Get in there. What do you want to put up a fight for? You know you're gonna lose. All right, let me get the pliers. Let me get this top one. Yeah, let's try to get this top one, or I don't know. Let's just do the back one. I always like to go with the hardest stuff first. That way I can just whiz through the easy part. Okay. Now I try to put it back in place exactly where they were. That way there's no issues of leaking. And this one needs to turn a little more. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to get in the way to get it where I want it, right there. Sorry, camera. Now this one, camera getting lazy on me now. Goes right there. There's the line for it. There. All right. All right. Put the filter back on, and it only goes one way. If you look at the filter, all the ends are round, except this bottom part, square. That square part goes here, and if you look at this, you can tell that it's kind of square down here. Perfect. Okay. Here's the tricky part. Gotta maneuver around all these hoses and stuff. Okay, let's put this in there. There we go. That'll make it. This got the clamp down here, see? So lean it kind of like this and shove it under these clips That's all it is, just shove it in there. It's hooked on there. You'll be able to see a little filter, but that's normal. And just always pay attention to when you take things off how they look. If you look back at the video, you can see white on there, and it's locked in there. Look, it's on there. Let me hook up this line. It's got 2 clips, one back there. Grab it back there. Okay, and then right here, if you can see, it's way in there. This one right here snaps right into there. It's got one back there too. Okay, now we gotta find this connection sensor. Plug it in. Click here, click. All right, let's tighten this first. Okay, let's start connecting them hoses. Let me tighten this, and I've got it lined up the way it was. Got it on the same markings. That's something I do. I like to put everything on the same position it was. Okay, here's this hose I brought through there. Just shove that in there. Okay, now, and I believe this one went here. This one went in here. Yeah, they fit in there real loose, not even tight. Okay, let's find that other hose that goes over here. Where are you at? Okay, I've got all of them except this one, and I can't remember where that booger went. You know, that's weird about these hoses. They're right staring you right at the face, and you can't see them. I just found it. Ta-da! Dang it, I'm trying to play hide and go seek. Hey, I ain't got time to play games right now, guys. Alright, let's get you in there. Get in there. Okay, I think we got her done. Let's fire her up. He's gonna have to reset the radio and stuff because I disconnected the battery, so he'll have to go back to do that. But I kind of pull on this, as you can see where that marking was. It was back here and it was pulling tension on it. That's why it was unplugged. And it don't take much to unplug these, so you're gonna have to constantly check him, or later on get some new tube that's tighter and I'll put it in for him. Okay, we got her out together. I just need to put that cover, but I'm gonna fire it up and see if it's low on coolant, which you really don't lose much coolant. You saw how much came out. You know, it's probably not even noticeable, but we'll check it. And I let it run like this with this open for a while, and if it's got any air pockets in there, it'll bleed out. So let's try that. One last double check. Make sure nothing's leaking. You see, it's not really low on. Gonna let it run like that, get some air pockets out. Yeah, I think it's already done. Let me put that on. See, there's all the air pockets. Here's burp. Alright, I got it all together. No more air pockets. Shut her down. Okay, I'm in here, and let's see how hot it is in here. It's been warming up real good. I mean, it took a while to warm up, but it's been warming up real good. Alright guys, just throwing hot air. It's nice and hot in here. It did help. That's plenty of heat right there. Call this a wrap up.